There is one thing I am certain of. Whether humans came about by creation or through evolution, it was our bare feet which made its first contact to the natural earth. This is why I took up this practice, to seek an old path and to reconnect with the ancient spirit of human. Today's hike is a 5-mile loop in the Shawnee National Forest. The aim is to complete the hike walking in my bare feet. I chose this trail today because the variety of surfaces bring a challenge. I'll be walking on soil, in grass, on rock, crossing creeks, and about 3 of the 5 miles I'll be walking on different kinds of gravel, which is challenging in itself. I've always enjoyed being barefoot. Even as a little kid, I'd run around the house and play outside barefoot. Going to martial arts class, we were always barefoot. Even as I got older, I would still train my martial arts outside barefoot a lot. I work out mostly barefoot outside, doing my calisthenics, still practicing my martial arts. But I wanted to take on more of a challenge with not just walking around the yard or the house barefoot, but doing barefoot hiking. What would this be like? What would it feel like? I'm always searching for this nature versus human connection. After all, what am I but nature itself? Human is just another member of the animal kingdom within this wonderful planet Earth. With all of this fast-growing technology around me, all this internet and Wi-Fi and 5G and artificial intelligence, I just want to escape it. The craziest part that runs through my head is that I'm actually a co-founder to a tech company. I don't hate technology. I don't hate the rise of artificial intelligence. I do think that we need to be careful with some technologies, and we do need to be careful with artificial intelligence, but I do think that it can serve some benefits to our human life that can open up more freedoms for those of us who are still seeking to stay connected to the natural world. 10 years ago, I took my martial arts business from brick and mortar to the online global world. This decision completely changed my life. Not only did it improve my financial world, but with that came this greater freedom in my time. I was able to spend more time doing the things that I enjoyed doing. I got to train martial arts, teach other people martial arts, improve not only my own life, but the lives of my students. And going online, I decided to let me take the videos, the drills, the practices outside into nature. And maybe I can inspire others to get outside and go on hikes and bring their gear and do some training outside on their hikes. With all of this fast advancement in tech, it is essential that as a human, I don't lose connection to nature, to what I am. I forage much of my own food, I garden, growing my own food, and I'm always finding ways to take my connection to nature that next step further. And walking barefoot, spending more and more time in my bare feet is one of them. To really explore what it is to be human and not lose myself in all of this technology. It's important to take time to unplug. So earlier this year, I took on the challenge of living a more earthing, natural type of lifestyle, doing as much as I can in my bare feet as possible. I did not start off with hiking 5 miles on all these different kinds of terrain, especially on gravel. I started nice and slow. I would walk maybe half a mile, maybe a mile, put my shoes back on, and finish the rest of the hike. It took time to work up to the point that I am now. It took months, and I still have much further to go. But the goal is to be able to just live as much as my time as I can barefoot, to live as human animal as possible, to live naturally. So the whole process of earthing for me isn't necessarily seeking these claimed health benefits, though I do feel that I have improved in areas like sleep. I'm able to relax a lot more. I'm able to relax a lot faster. And I've definitely noticed that my feet and my ankles are getting a lot stronger. Walking a few miles barefoot when it's brand new to you, your feet and your ankles feel the same kind of sensation as when you just did 100 push-ups or 100 squats, jump squats. You feel that they've really been worked out. In humans today, we have the weakest hands and feet in human history. What does that say about us? Does that mean that we're losing our wild, we're losing our nature, we're losing the thing that makes us connected to this earth? If our hands and feet keep weakening, what does that say about the rest of human, the rest of me and our evolution? I just know that for me in this life, I'm really after this human experience and maintaining even just a little bit of that wild human connection. And that's the real reason why I took up the practice of earthing. It's wild, it's raw, it's freeing. So I'm gonna keep exploring, and I would love to hear your thoughts on the topic of earthing or grounding. Maybe your experiences, if this is something that you do or done, or you can recall childhood memories of you running free and wild in your bare feet. I'd love to hear what you have to say and your thoughts. Perhaps you can leave some of those in the comments, and I look forward to reading those. Well, I'm gonna continue the end of this hike by myself so that I can just enjoy it without having to film or anything like that. And this last few miles is the toughest of this hike because it's nothing but 1 to 3 inch gravel. It's gonna be brutal, but it's gonna be worth it. Thanks for coming along with me on this barefoot hike and adventure. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video.